Hello everyone. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hisham Abulfeilat and today I'm going to show you how to solve task D, which is how to install WordPress website on Red Hat server. So basically, firstly, we need to create a new user, and that user will name it sudo. We will use sudo user add -g small, the option -g, which -g small shows as the add primary group, and this user called Hisham to the group wheel. The group wheel is a sudo towards the group. I already created the user, so as you could see in here, now we need to install sudo yum install httpd and then maria dp and then php. After installing these, I already installed them. Basically, we also need to install the extension, which is found in here, the MySQL ND extension, and then we need to enable them. After we enable the PHP, and then we type enable now HTTPD and then Maria. Enable now basically enable them to boot on to run on the boot up every time, and also start the server. So instead of typing sudo systemctl start httpd then sudo systemctl enable httpd, this is basically two commands in one. And then we can use the MySecure installation command to install MySQL. Now basically it here needs the sudo permission to install that. So we type the root password. Sorry. Let's use sudo MySQL. And here it will ask you to change root password. Now, if this is your first time installing, click yes and change the root password. I already did it. Then here it will ask you to remove any anomalous user. You click yes, and then here it will disallow. You click no, and then remove test database. No, and then click yes to reload privilege now, which will ensure all the changes made so far will take effect immediately. For me, I will click no because I already did it. And then it will finish the installation of MySQL database. You could then use this command, MySQL -u, and log in as root, which then you could create database 2021, for example. This will create a new database. After creating a database, you create, if you don't have a database already, I already have, so. And then this command actually will set up the firewall rule to add HTTPD service. Now in Amazon service, if you are using Amazon services, you need to also add the HTTP port in security, then security group, then you would go to edit inbound rules, and add the HTTP port 80. After doing that, click Save Rules and done. After doing that, you need to install phpMyAdmin. If not, this will set the data to get the download the phpMyAdmin from this website, phpMyAdmin.net. It will install the latest version of phpMyAdmin using, and this will using command curl, and then tar actually means xvf extract, which is extract the tar file phpMyAdmin, which ends by .gz. This extracts the tar.gz file, and then this moves the directory of PHP, the files that were inside the phpMyAdmin.tar.gz. The extracted file, it will move them to var www.phpMyAdmin, HTML phpMyAdmin, and then make a new directory in var phpMyAdmin temp, and this changes the ownership to the group ownership to Apache of phpMyAdmin. This makes a new directory, etc phpMyAdmin, and this copy the configuration file and rename it to config.itc.php, and then you need to edit the file with vim command, an editor it will open, and insert these two sentences. And then you will use the sudo vim command to edit the Apache file. The file will be empty. Basically, what you need is to put this data that I have in here inside the file, and then save it with wq. After doing that, you can check the config by checking it. It says in here syntax error, syntax okay, which means you are good to go. And then in here it will ensure the firewall rules, add it, and then you need to go to var www.html. After going through that, you click wget WordPress. I already did it, and then you unzip the file. After unzipping the file, you will then now you can access the IP address in phpMyAdmin. If you haven't created a database, you could create there, or you could use MySQL minus u root as I showed you previously to create a database. And then you need to copy the config file and rename it to config.php and access this file. Now, when you access this file, wait a minute, cd WordPress, you will have the database name. You change it to the database that you are going to use and ensure the user root and the password to access for the WordPress to access this database, and then click WQ. I already did that, so I'm going to quit. After that, you need to change the ownership, the group ownership to Apache. I already did it. It needs sudo. So this changes the group ownership, and then you need to change the user and group to have the right permission. I already did it, so basically that would be happen to install WordPress. After that, the WordPress will greet you with an installation steps, how to complete the WordPress installation. After that, you will have access to this page, which is then you could customize your website and manage your website. this is how you this is how you install a WordPress on Red Hat Linux server. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.